We've got Polykill Podcast for 20 bucks saying, "Hey AGDQ, we love seeing classics like Blaster Master and Ninja Gaiden get obliterated. Let's beat cancer and games." $5 from Sly Miles, who says, "Shout out to my great dungeon master and buddy Ryan G, who travel all the way out here, all the way out there to support you all. Love you, bro, and thank you, AGDQ, for all this great cause." $80 from Chromatic, who says, "I love the community that rallies around this event. Such a wonderful celebration of all that we love, generosity, goodwill, and video games." I agree. It's all about the positivity this week. We had a simple $100 donation from Handcore that just said, "Blaster Master is so good, must donate." $20 from Anonymous, who says, "My mentor has battled cancer for much of his life, and my mother-in-law is a nurse treating cancer patients. This is for them. Thanks to all the runners and the staff supporting the event." We have $20 from Anonymous, who says, "Here's to help wipe out cancer so in the future we can watch GDQ without sad donations." And I know a lot of people, we get the hype up in this room. There's a lot of positivity out there, and sometimes people don't like to hear donations about those who've lost loved ones, but it's important that we remember the cause we're donating for, and that, cancer is something that brings sadness to a lot of people, but we're using our skills and our love of video games here to really overcome that and generate a big donation toward the research of preventing cancer. And so while I will mix in some of those more somber comments so we can remember what we're fighting for here, I will definitely try and keep the hype levels up. By the way, how's chat doing tonight? Come on, chat. Let's hear it out there. What you got for me, chat? I would love it if everybody in chat right now could throw $5. If you can afford it, if you can afford to go to Starbucks and get a $5 latte, think about digging $5 out right now. Just throwing it at whatever donation incentive, whatever comment. Put a comment up. I'll try and read it. Whatever you can donate, $5 to $5,000. Let's keep these donations coming in, you guys. Got $100 from Arturian, who says, "Longtime watcher, first-time donator. I've got to see this rotated Super Metroid run. Also, got to see that Left 4 Dead run." We have $5 from Bearheart. "Got home just in time to watch Blaster Master. Here's $5 for seeing that frog get hecka irradiated. So irradiated that he didn't even show up." Speaking of nuking animals, put my fiver to sparing the Editunes and Dachora. Such a horrible fate. As always, we want to take a quick moment to thank Twitch for powering our stream. Got $5 from Buzz OCE. "Giving all I can to this great cause. My mother is in remission with ovarian cancer and has previously fought breast cancer. Let's combine our forces and kick cancer's butt. $5 to my favorite game series, Paper Mario." Thank you very much for that. The Metroid rotation donation incentive seems to be a popular one. We've got $50 from KWSTR42, who says, "Donating in honor of an aunt who passed away a few short weeks ago, and this also goes to the Metroid rotation." All right, it sounds like our next run, Ninja Gaiden, with Gusmancini and dxtr, is ready to roll. So I am going to be kicking it over to the couch shortly. Please to sit back and enjoy.
Everybody, this is Ninja Gaiden, classic NES platformer. We have two excellent runners here. We have dxtr's Lab and Gusmancini. Their personal best times in this game are separated by a mere 3 seconds. So two really, really top tier runners. They've battled it out before on the AGDQ stage in the Ninja Gaiden relay race. So they're going head to head again here. This time with a little bit of a twist. They're not going to be able to use their weapons. This is a pacifist run. So if they're both ready, I think I'm going to count them down. You ready? Ready? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, so as I mentioned, this is indeed a pacifist run. These guys are not allowed to use their sword, except for in the boss fights, of course. That's the only way to advance. They're not able to pick up any of the health upgrades. They're not able to use the time stopper upgrade. So you're going to see them doing quite a bit of damage boosting. That's how they're going to advance through these stages. As you can see, Gus getting up top there, and dxtr also getting the boost. Now they're going to have to manage their health pretty well. This first stage isn't too punishing. You're not going to use up too much health, but in some of the later stages, you really got to be careful. Players may have to take intentional deaths at some point, and this category is particularly difficult, so you may see some unintentional deaths as well. Don't be surprised.
Hey, Sinister. Sinister, can you explain a little bit about what pacifist % means in this run?
Yeah, pacifist essentially just means that they can't use their sword. That's the primary weapon in Ninja Gaiden. They use it on the boss, of course, because that's the only way you can advance through, but none of the sub-weapons are allowed. They can't pick up the spin slash weapon, which is normally used, or any of the other upgrades. So both players doing pretty well here so far. We have a neck-and-neck race. Things are going to get a little bit more difficult in the next stage, so these guys are going to have to conserve their health. dxtr taking an extra hit there. Two is a notoriously difficult stage, so both players advancing there on a pretty good pace. This is what you want to see. Like I said, there are going to be deaths. They could start here. We have Hammer Brothers incoming. Gus advances. Ooh, dxtr's luck is not so hot with the Hammer Brother. And he's going to have to respawn him. All right, nicely done. dxtr recovered well enough. Gus taking an early lead. Those Hammer Brothers are extremely random. Essentially, their movement is random. When they throw the hammers is random. Pretty much everything about them is random. They're definitely run killers. All right, nice bat boost there by Gus. And he's going to be coming up to the more difficult part of this stage. There's a double bullet boost that he's going to have to set up. It's extremely precise. All right, here we go. And he's going to have to back off of that one. He didn't have the positioning correct. dxtr taking a death. Gus does manage the double bullet boost. Very nice. And he's going to advance to the boss fight. All right, dxtr has plenty of health here. All right, double bullet boost for dxtr as well. Wow, great job. Both runners getting that trick first try. That's an extremely difficult trick. Well done. And as you can see, these bosses are incredibly difficult. You do have to press B multiple times in order to beat them. All right, nice job by Gus there in 3-1. He's advancing to 3-2. 3-2 is another damage-heavy stage, so he's going to have to manage his health. The boss fight can get a little bit tricky, but a lot of damage boosting has to go on. There's going to be some complicated Hammer Brothers. Speaking of Hammer Brothers, Dexter having some more unfortunate luck. The Hammer Brothers have not been treating him very nicely so far. Hopefully that'll turn around for him. And he does manage to get through this time. All right. Gus, meanwhile, coming up. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles the end of the stage here. There's a couple different things you can do. And let's see if he goes for this bullet boost. Yeah, he does, and he gets it. Nice one by Gus there. All right, tough boss fight here. This guy is actually a little bit tricky. He can hit you. Now it's 2 damage each time you get hit by those bullets, so Gus can only take 1 more hit. Another unfortunate death for Dexter. This is far from over, though. Believe me when I tell you, there are a lot of things that can go wrong in this game, so Gus may have a significant lead right now, but that could change very, very soon. The Hammer Brothers, man, they are relentless. All right, some more nice boosting there by Gus. This is the one stage where you're going to get a full health refill after you complete it. So you can boost as much as you want in 4-1. Meanwhile, those birds deal 3 damage, so Dexter is actually in a very precarious situation. He's got a pretty low amount of health. He's going to have to despawn some enemies here. All right, very nicely done there by Dexter. Saved himself a damage. Oh, that's okay. Remember, the boss deals only 2 damage, so it didn't matter whether you had 3 or 4. He's going to have to avoid these bullets, though. Really nice job by Dexter. That's really tough to do without getting hit. He clutched that one out, so he's keeping himself in the race here. Meanwhile, Gus is doing pretty well in 4-2, coming up to 4-3. 4-3, another one of those heavy damage levels. A lot of things can go wrong in 4-3. All right, so there is going to be a Hammer Brother coming up. Gus managing to boost right through him. Takes care of that. Now, there are some difficult strategies that Gus may go for in some of these stages, and they can be pretty punishing if you don't hit him. Taking some additional damage there. As I mentioned, you cannot get the health refills. So Gus going down to 2 health, he's not really going to be able to take any more hits for the rest of this stage. Those guys all deal 2 damage. Now he's going to have to do a mashing technique by pressing down and B while in midair, which allows you to slash multiple times, and he could potentially kill this boss before it even jumps off of the pillar. Pretty nice job. He got about 11 damage in there, and hopefully he can finish off the enemy, and he does so. Nicely done. All right, so Act 5 is where the difficulty is really going to ramp up. We're going to see some crazy stages. Now, this is a long stage right here. There are no screens that you can advance to, so if you die at any point in this stage, you're sent all the way back to the beginning. And we see a Hammer Brother finally giving Gus a little bit of some troll there. He's in a tough spot here. Nicely done there by Gus. He's taken a lot of damage, though. This is going to come into effect later. He may have to take an intentional death at some point in Act 5. Oh, another trolling Hammer Brother. Okay, that Hammer Brother actually helped him out. He was like, here, I'll get you up to that ledge. Don't worry about it. And Dexter's trying to mash it out. Wow, sick mashing by Dexter. All right, so Gus is into 5-2. 5-2 is definitely one of the more difficult stages. All right, coming into a difficult screen here. Gus really going to have to manage his health well. He's going to avoid taking damage on these guys. Dexter with the unfortunate death, and he's going to be sent back to the beginning of 5-1. Gus is in trouble, though. He takes a death. So Gus, with that full health, he can go with a little bit more reckless abandon through this screen now, taking a lot of damage. Nicely done. Pacifist is a brutal category, make no mistake, folks. And as you can see, Gus, again, getting trapped on that wall. That was kind of a bizarre situation. He got turned around. Haven't really seen that one before. Man, the Hammer brothers are just not letting up against Dexter today. All right, Gus is through to 5-3. Come on, Hammer brother, please. All right, 5-3, in my opinion, it's probably the most difficult stage in the game, or maybe the second most difficult stage in the game. Plenty of opportunities to die. You can see there's that Hammer brother early in this screen. Gus is going to have to get past him. He's not letting it happen. Okay, there we go. There's going to be one more Hammer brother at the end of this screen. Gus going in. Going in again. Gus with no fear. You really do have to fear the Hammer brothers a little bit. Gus fortunately has the lives to spare. So he's going to despawn the Hammer brother this time, let him walk off the screen. Good strategy. And he's going to manipulate a bat here to get boosted up onto this top platform so that he can avoid that machine gunner. And he's going to take another damage boost up here to get into the next loading screen. And this is a really, really tricky screen here. Very nicely done there. Now there's one last Hammer brother that can ruin your day. And he's going to give Gus a pass this time. Oh, poor Dexter got stuck on the wall. Sometimes those walls just get so sticky, man. All right, Gus is going to take out Malt. You actually get a full health refill before you fight Malt, thankfully, because there is a cutscene. And we are on into Act 6. This is the final act. Gus going to go ahead and take an intentional death there. The reason for that is because he's going to take a ton of damage in this stage and set up another intentional game over so that he can have full lives going into 6-2 and 6-3. He does have to be careful about managing his health here because it is possible to get to the end of this stage and then die before you intend to. He's wisely going to avoid some damage there, but he's getting trolled by the Hammer brother a little bit. All right, nice adjustments there by Gus. And we can see Dexter getting that boost in the loading zone, taking an intentional death himself to reload his health. Gus going to take the intentional game over, so he has 2 lives to work with to get through 6-2 and 6-3. Very, very difficult stages. All right, nice despawn there by Gus. It's one of the key components to Pacifist. You want to despawn as many enemies as you can, especially Hammer brothers, but I think we're going to see Gus going for some tricky strategies here. And these jetpack ninjas, they can do some bad things, but he managed to get out of there pretty cleanly. All right, really tricky strat coming up here for Gus. All right, Gus is going to try to set up some crazy boosts here. And he didn't get it, so he's going to have to get rid of that bird. Nicely done there. And he's going to use the Flea Man, and really well done getting past that Hammer brother. That Hammer brother can be vicious. So both players on into Act 6 now. And nice despawn there by Gus, but the bird, he's got him in a bit of a trouble spot. Really navigating things well, though. Gus showing his expertise in this game. And Dexter, also on 0 lives, going to take that intentional game over as well, so he has enough to get through Act 6. Ooh, unintentional death there by Gus. That's going to allow Dexter to catch up a little bit. This thing's far from over, guys. There's a lot of things that can happen in 6-2 and 6-3. Bad things. All right, Gus finally getting through. He's on into 6-3. This is the final stage, and then there's going to be a boss rush, which can be a little bit tricky. Dexter passing that Hammer Brother. He's taking a few more risks trying to catch up at this point. He knows he's a little bit behind. Now, Gus may try for a tricky bird boost here. Very difficult to set up, and it's a costly death if he misses it. Looks like the bird might be a little low. Yeah, he's going to pass. That was smart. Gus is going to need to take a boost from this Hammer Brother to get on this platform and get past. And he's kind of at the mercy of the Hammer Brother here. He just has to wait for him. But he got through. Dexter, meanwhile, stuck on another Hammer Brother of his own, and he gets through. All right, so Gus is a little bit low on health. He's probably going to have to take an intentional death on the next screen here. So as long as he can get through, and he's going to go ahead, take that death, get a full health refill, and he will be on his way to the final boss rush here. Now, keep in mind, everybody, if Gus were to die on any form of the final boss rush, he would be sent back to 6-1. So he's really got to be feeling a little bit of pressure here, and he knows what's at stake. He's going to have to mash it out. Let's see if he can get it done. All right. That's one. He's got two more. We got Jackie O up next. Jackie O is really, really difficult sometimes. If you can't get the good mashing going, it's tricky. All right, Gus already finding himself in a little bit of trouble, but he recovers well. You can get in multiple slashes, but it's just really, really difficult, and those fireballs just come out so randomly. All right, so Gus at this point is really just trying to survive. He's really got to survive this fight. He cannot afford to take a death. Meanwhile, Dexter is gaining some ground here. All right, Gus seems to be in a bit of a rhythm here, avoiding those fireballs. And he's in a good spot to finish it off, and he barely does. One more hit, and he would have been done. So Gus is going to move on to the Demon Statue as Dexter is almost up to the boss rush here. Demon Statue is not trivial. He's got to take out the head. The head is down. Is he going to take out the tail? He is going to take out the tail. Gus not taking any chances with this one here. Let's see how Dexter does on Jackie-O. Let's see if he can mash it out. And Gus is going to be done here. Time is coming up in just a moment. That's going to be time for Gus. And Dexter with some nice mashing there, taking down Jackie-O pretty quickly. See you later, Jackie-O. Nice job by Dexter, and we are going to see him take on the Demon Statue. Is he going to kill the tail or not? That's what everybody's wondering. I think that look says it all. Uh-oh, you got to be careful. Those shrimp deal 3 damage. So Dexter going a little risky here. He's not killing that tail. He wants to show off a little bit here. All right, nice finish by Dexter. Well done. And that's going to be time for Dexter. Give these two a round of applause. That was a great race. Phenomenal job. Entertaining stuff. Thank you, guys.
All right, that was a pretty fantastic Ninja Gaiden run with some great commentary by Sinister One as well. Up next, we're going to have Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos by Gusmancini. It's also going to be a pacifist run. And in the meantime, I've got a couple donation comments to get to here. Way back from... let's see, way back from the Blaster Master run, I've got somebody who donated $150. That's Johnny Two Hats, who says, "Who runs Bartertown?" Then it looks like I have a few people in chat who took me up on my challenge to donate $5. Dig under those couch cushions, folks. Go looking through your pockets. Find that change. For the price of a latte, you too could be donating to our proud cause. I've got Mados for $5 who says, I'm a simple man. I'm told to donate $5, so I donate $5. Anonymous says, take my Starbucks money. We gladly will, and we appreciate that. We've got Metafist for $5 who says, rip latte. Anonymous for my $5 says, you made me do it. Partner lost his mom to cancer, but let's kick its butt. Anonymous with another $5 says, $5 it is then. Icy Gus taking a little more angry tack says, $5 fine, no coffee tomorrow. Oh my God, what says $5.01? I bring you $5 from the chat. How could I say no to that voice? Oh yeah. Put this toward the bad time at the end of Undertale. Disco Biscuit says $5. I hate lattes, but I love video games.